Sometimes problems involving Newton's second law are straightforward, and we can intuitively set up the solution. In that process, we may form bad solving habits in the sense that we apply logic not applicable or adequate for more complex problems. Presented with a problem where we do not know how to start or proceed, it is comforting knowing that there are solving strategies that will guide us along when we have lost our way. I will outline one such solving strategy here. The steps are: make sketch of the problem to be solved. This enforces the understanding of the problem and helps communicate the solution. Next, draw a free body diagram. Redraw the object in question and insert all forces acting on the object in the appropriate locations. Next, establish a reference frame. This is needed as Newton's second law in analytic form requires the vector components of the forces and/or accelerations. Next, decompose each vector into its respective components. This step may require trigonometry. Next, apply helpful force equations to express forces in known variables. For example, force of gravity is the mass times acceleration of gravity. Next, write down Newton's second law in its component form. If dealing with a 2D problem, this usually implies writing it in terms of the x and y components. If all variables needed to solve the problem are given, we can then solve it now. If we cannot solve it, we proceed to the next step. Next, apply equations of constraints. These are equations or relationships between coordinates that confine the object to move in a constrained manner. For example, a box on an inclined plane is constrained to move on the plane. The equation of constraint will allow us to relate accelerations and thus reduce the number of unknowns. If the problem is solvable, we should be able to do that now. Best of luck!